Kielder describes itself as somewhere that brings you nature on a grander scale. This is easy to understand given that it is home to 250 square miles of forest and one of the largest man-made lakes in Europe. Just from visiting the website, you get a feel that Kielder aims to bring people closer to nature and lets you experience it on an up-close and personal level. So for this project, I had to think about how a sound installation could possibly echo that. To begin with, I looked at similar locations to Kielder to see how they attracted visitors. The Forbidden Corner was the first place I decided to research. I thought it might be useful as it's based in the Yorkshire Dales and is a massively popular outdoor experience for families. Though the attractions were interesting and it provided me with an insight into what a family may look for on a day out, it lacked any real sound-based interaction. I also looked at places like Castle Howard due to its similarities with Kielder, but again the attractions weren't that appropriate as they were more based around the house itself and didn't really relate to sound design. Centre Parks was quite a useful place to research though, as they have loads of different activities for families to partake in. Outdoor crafts and outdoor tours both caught my eye on what they had to offer. Something like this could be implemented at Kielder with a bit of work to make it more sound-based. Once I'd researched locations, I then looked at different sound installations and projects. I looked at several, but two main ones stood out to me. Harmonic Fields. This is an installation based in the Netherlands that uses wind to play specially designed instruments. I thought something like this would work well at Kielder due to its windy conditions. The simplicity of the idea would also be quite effective. Self-organising still life is the other installation I liked. It used sound played onto a flat surface to move balls in random directions. It was beautifully simple and quite hypnotic, but due to the wind at Kielder, I don't think it would be possible to install something similar. Using my research from existing locations and sound installations, I made a mind map of possible ideas for my final concept. I made bullet points on each idea and weighed up the pros and cons. I also created personas and mood boards. Having spoken with friends regarding family visits and experiences, one thing that everyone seemed to enjoy was learning about where they were visiting. This feedback was great as it helped me come up with my final idea. The concept was a relatively simple one. Visitors will be led around Kielder by listening to an interactive tour guide. To access the guide, all that will be required is a pair of headphones. Visitors will be able to plug their headphones into ornate bird boxes located on trees around Kielder. The guide will aim to help teach children about nature by telling them about things like leaf identification, bird calls, edible and dangerous forest fruits, and more. They will also be able to collect and complete an explorer's log. This being a booklet that ties in with the guide, asking them to do tasks like collect specific leaves, draw certain types of birds, highlight dangerous fungus and other tasks. Upon completion, they will be able to hand it in at one of the visitor centres in exchange for an explorer's badge or medal. The audio tour will guide the family around a specific route, giving the children tasks whilst telling the adults interesting facts about Kielder. For example, how much water the lake can hold, when it was built, its size, and what type of wildlife lives there. To begin with, I sketched out some possible logos for the interactive tour. These were the final 3 logos I was happy with. I tried to keep them simple enough so that they could appeal to as many people as possible. I experimented with different colours and textures. The idea would be that the logo would be carved into the bird boxes to help the visitors recognise that that specific box could be interacted with and listened to. This is as far as my concept has developed for now.